Yep, it says that I have 29 minutes left of this. I wonder why that is. I don't know if it's just like... I don't know what that is, to be honest. But... man, I've been slacking. I don't know if it's not even on purpose. It's just like I don't even realize what's going on. I have no sense of time ever. Like yesterday, got home, cleaned the litter for the cats, fed them, picked up a couple things. Just like wind it down for a second after work. And I ate something and I like relaxed, and I was playing that new Pokemon Pocket thing on the phone. I've never really played any phone games ever, but it's just something to kind of do here and there, and I was just battling a little bit. And then, I was writing down some things that I needed to do, so that was good. And then I went to talk with a buddy for a little bit, and I just lost track of time. Yeah, we were having a good time, whatever, just chatting and hanging out online, like that's always cool, but typically I've been able to know when I should be eating or doing something else, and for I don't know how many months now, I just don't even realize. I just have no sense of time. What's going on? So luckily I realized last night, okay, I'm going to set a timer. So I'm going to do an hour timer, since I don't have a ton of time between the time that I when I want to go to sleep, or try to sleep. So I'm just going to I'm just going to set a timer for an hour to eat, wait an hour or so, then eat again, so that I just don't forget. Because I think I was talking about it before, that I just don't eat, not because I'm not specifically not trying to, or I'm being lazy or something like that. I just forget, but that's not really a good excuse either, when I can use my phone as a timer to track that and figure that out. So this weekend will be really good. It'll be a really good indication of the future of how I'm going to be doing this, because that's when a couple more things happen. So I just have to make sure I eat throughout the day, even if I have other things going on. I mainly just eat a little bit in the morning and then a bunch at night. So, but anyway, gotta go to the pet store, get some cat food and stuff tonight after work, and the grocery store and the gas station. So it's probably gonna be a late night for me. We'll see. I don't really like when they all line up like that. It's better to partition it out, or just have it, different days. But it's fine. I'll do it. And then I don't know. I think because of my just not really knowing what's going on as much, I think that I've been been accommodating my list as much either, which is really weird for me since I've been doing it for such a long time now, like something each day. And now lately, because I've been trying to get other things under control slowly, I think I'm not going, like, abiding by the list exactly, but it's important. I don't need to abide by it, but it's important to use it to keep me on track with eating, to keep me on track with when I'm doing things, when appointments are coming up, and getting other small things done as well as just the ones that I can remember to do or have the energy for that day. It kind of keeps it going in a line so that my weeks aren't thrown off too much by just like things that I put off by accident, or maybe on purpose, I don't know. Things that I put off without realizing it, and just like the weeks go by, the weekend goes by, like I need to utilize this time, and I do, but I always feel like I could be doing even more, and I'm trying to give myself the benefit of the doubt, like that it's going well, I'm doing what I need to do, being positive about, like, trying to be positive when your thoughts are just default negative. It's difficult, but actively thinking how a scenario or a thing that you do can be positive, just so I can feel good about the small things I accomplish, even if it's not everything all at once. So difficult when I have to keep up with other things around the house. Like, I probably need to move because there's just things that I shouldn't be doing, like shouldn't be I'm an extremely organized person all the time, very clean too, and it makes me feel better when my environment is clean and organized, and when someone else doesn't adhere to that and my environment becomes like a little bit more corrupted than usual, it extremely affects me, and then I have to take care of it by up myself or figuring out some way around it. And it's just like, no, like if it was just me, it would be fine. Like, it wouldn't be a big deal for any of this stuff. So I'm slowly figuring out that decision, and I don't really know exactly how it's going to go, but I am figuring it out. I always figure everything out. So it'll be fine. I probably have to put these videos on my computer or something too, because if that number is correct in my phone, and that is like that there's only a certain amount of time left, then I guess I'm filling up my phone with video, which really weird to me. Like, I've never had hardly anything on my phone, so it's like I'm assuming that's what it is, but I haven't really sat down and tried to figure it out yet. So I'll just put it away. I'll transfer the stuff over if I need to, the videos. upload them, maybe. I don't really know what I want to do about that yet. Mainly just using this as practice for right now. But yeah, I don't know if one day is enough, 20 minutes a day is enough practice. I'm probably getting slowly better at doing it, but it's just hard to, it's so difficult because it's such a slow process to tell if I'm improving. Like, I know you'll improve if you do anything repetitively or practice anything even a small amount. Because like, for example, on Tetris, I've never been good at Tetris. I'm not really good at video games in general. I'm decent at Souls games, but like, in general, Tetris is terrible at. And there's like a shitty Tetris app on the TV. And I haven't really been playing it lately. I don't know why. I guess I just haven't thought about it. But in general, I would play it once a day. I'd never play it more than once. I would just play it once, whether I did okay or bad. And over time, got significantly better. Like, I was getting under 5,000 to 10,000 like every single time for the points at first, and now I'm like consistently getting over 100,000 or 90,000. I think my highest one was like almost 200,000, and then it froze because it's like a TV game, and the app crashed, and then I restarted it, and yeah, it's just weird. But it just goes to show, like, even just, I wasn't actively thinking about it, I wasn't looking anything up on it, I would just play it once a day, and I got better at it over time. So I'm sure I'm getting better at this too. It's just like, I'd probably get even better if I was doing it more, but you can only do so much, and that's what I was saying before, is like, remembering to be positive about the fact that you are still doing things, even if it's a small amount. When your day is packed with work, sleep, eating things, trying to exercise, or do a hobby that you like or whatever, it's just like, doing things around your house, it goes by really fast, especially if the days are the same. So the fact that I'm even doing this at all when it'd be a lot nicer to listen to a video or music is just like, it's good. I have to remember that, and I probably am getting better. But maybe I'll start off, I don't know, I think I have another way that I can record with, and maybe I'll just start off the video eventually by like putting 2 seconds of whatever song, like maybe I'll listen to a song to get myself more upbeat, and then have like 2 seconds of that song in the video, and then turn it off and get into recording. That could be kind of funny to see, like, 'cause I listen to all different types of music and stuff. The contrast between like metal and like cute music or whatever, it could be really hilarious. But anyway, yeah. Feeling pretty good, not saving any money. I want to get more done. The fact that I want to is a good sign. Just about having the energy. Having the energy at the correct time. Like, when I have the time and when I have the energy. That's so extremely difficult with whatever's going on with my hormones, or it's probably just stress and depression though. But yeah. So we'll see. picking up worse habits randomly. I guess it's not terrible as long as I limit myself, like grinding in Warframe, because it's just a tangible thing. I can see what I'm going for. You know, in a game you can see what you're going for, what you're improving. It's right there. You can see how to get to the next point, what you need to do. In life, it's not really, it's very similar, but it's not as tangible because most things are extremely slow. In a game, yeah, it can be slow, like Warframe can be super slow because they make it slow so that you're forced to buy stuff, which you do not need to buy anything, but they make it slow intentionally. But it's way faster than real life. Like, if you want to make your character stronger, you can figure out how to do that. If you want to be stronger in real life, you can still figure out how to do that. Go to the gym, eat more, practice things. You can do that. But it's such a slow process, and like, it's hard to see it. In a game, you can see your level increase, or your cosmetics get better, or like your abilities get stronger, or something like that. In real life, there's indications like that too, obviously. I know I'm just talking about things that everybody knows about, but hopefully it's somewhat relatable. There's indications like that too in real life. I just jumped off a tangent, got right back to the point. It's really good. There's indications, but they're so slow to come around, and they're so difficult to see sometimes unless you're paying attention the right way. With exercising, with your body, paying attention to, like, if it's slightly changing, but it's difficult to know because water weight, or if you're heavier or whatever, it's very difficult to tell, like, these things. Like I just said about recording the videos, if I'm getting better with it, it's so difficult to tell if I'm improving, and like, you know that you are, or if you're practicing anything to get better, or like learning something for school or something like that. You have to just pretty much consistently tell yourself that you are improving. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because it's probably noticeable to other people. Like when I was helping my buddy a while ago lose a bunch of weight, he put some of it back on, but he did super good, and it was pretty much all entirely on his own. He didn't use like anything crazy, like any crazy tactics or anything. He was just consistently losing weight and everything. When he did that, it was super obvious to everybody. I was keeping up with him, so I personally was just doing the same thing that I do with myself. Like, I was just paying attention to the small details, but to people that wouldn't see him all the time, when they hadn't seen him in a few months or whatever, it was so obvious, like, that he was looking great and feeling great, stuff like that. So it's so difficult to remind yourself. It's so difficult to not remind yourself. You can remind yourself, but it's so difficult to realize within yourself that you're doing the right thing when time is like slowing down for you. You know, when it's something that you're focused on, time is slowing down. But if it's just like a habit let's just say it's a habit to a routine to, you're just losing weight all the time because you're eating the right way, or you're exercising, or whatever it is, you're not even going to notice it, just like you're not going to notice how fast the week goes by or whatever else that's going on in your life. But if you're extremely focused on it, like, not focused on being consistent or focused on doing the right thing, but if you're focused on the outcome, it's gonna be slower for you. It's like looking at the clock when you're trying to leave a place. It's gonna feel slower as your brain is paying attention to the time rather than letting it flow by. So it's interesting. I'm gonna have to move go over these videos and stuff, but I'll be back probably tomorrow with everything because I've been doing this every day. All right, let's see. Still recording each day, still practicing. It's good. Started to do the stuff with the tubs. I didn't go through and inventory things I've done that in the past, but I want to do it again to make sure that everything is good because I've gotten a few other things. I'd like to keep an inventory in case there's ever an accident or fire or something and I need to buy everything again. Or if someone steals something or something like that. I like to know the things that I have because I'm extremely minimal, so I don't really own very much stuff, and the things that I do own I use, with exception of some electronics cords and adapters and things that I have in case I need them, but I could probably get rid of majority of that. But anyway, move the tubs into my second bedroom because I will be sorting through that tonight/tomorrow morning, and so it's all set up. It's right in front of where I need to be. It's right in front of my computer setup and everything else that will distract me, so it's ready to go. Have a plan. Got the exercise equipment in front of the door, so it's in my face. Let's get this shit out of the way. Move that stuff out of the laundry room. The only things left in there is these light fixtures that I'm trying to build it's a project. Found had an idea for some light fixtures, and I found a video that was pretty much the exact idea that I wanted to do. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but mainly because I have to paint some of it, and I don't like painting. Maybe painting for fun, but not like painting and waiting and cleaning up and all that stuff. So I have a box full of that stuff for that project in the laundry room, but it's out of the way, and my tools in the laundry room, but it's out of the way, and then a TV, a smaller TV that I'm going to probably try to sell or give away to someone. So laundry room is pretty much better and functional, and there's still some exercise equipment in there, not all the large things, but some of the smaller items, but they're out of the way, and it's the last few things that I need to move around and set up, and when I'm done putting everything together. So that's really good. I have a plan for the bedroom. I moved the queen bed in there, Queen XL. I just I turned it because it was horizontal facing TV. Now it's vertical, so that there's more space in that room. Don't really need more space, but I thought of an idea where I'm okay, so I could put my bench in here if I turn it vertical. I measured it out and it worked. It did fall, and it was hard to move around because it was very close to the TV stand and the computer, but I don't really care if it's a little snug, as long as the computer can breathe and the cats can move around. I can still put sheets and stuff on it, but yes, so I moved that so that there's space next to the bed, so I can put the bench there, and the plan is I'm going to test out exercising while watching a show. Typically I'll use music or something, but I also want to see if that would be a good way to do it, to distract myself while doing cardio stuff, because I hate cardio. I think that would be a good way to distract it. Okay, watch an episode of something and watch it until the end, and then I'm done with whatever that thing is. I think that's a good way to do it. Then that structure that I was going to put in the laundry room that I was talking about, that I can hook the punching bag thing up to, and it's a pull-up bar and I'm gonna I'm gonna rig an attachment for pulley systems, so I don't have to pay for all that stuff on there. I could still put it in the laundry room area because now there's space, but I'm thinking that I could set it up right in front of the closet door, because I keep the closet door open because the kitty litter is in there and it doesn't smell or anything. The cats, luckily, it just doesn't smell, and I have like the Malsey kitty litter and use baking soda and stuff, so it doesn't smell like anything, and they don't really make a mess. You just vacuum every so often, but have that in there, and then all the rest of the things in there is just like the punching bag on the ground, cat transport thing, and then like something on the top shelf. I can't remember what's up there, but really that space right in front of the door, I could remove the door since it's always open anyway, and it's kind of blocking like another part of the room. It's a very small portion, but it does make more space next to my TV. I think it will help out if I remove that door and either just put it in the closet or in the shed or something in a different closet or something like that. That'll free up that tiny bit of space. I can either put the pull-up punching bag thing right in front of it, and then it's tall enough to where it arches over the door, so it would be like the cats could still walk under it, it'd be safe, I could still go through it, whatever, and it would just function like just the same as the door right in front of it, so it wouldn't really be taking up too much additional space, and that a little bit of freed up space can be put for either, if I don't like it in front of the door, I can put the pull-up thing right there, in that freed up space, or I can put the extra equipment in the bag and stuff over there. And then those tubs, I was thinking about stacking them in the closet if there's enough space next to the kitty litter. I'm not sure. I have to measure that out tonight. But I think that, rough estimate, like looking at it, I think that it'll be fine. Put that in there. Tubs are out of the way. Then the bench can just go right next to the bed. I don't really care if it's out, because I can just sit on it to put on shoes or brush the cats or whatever. And with the space that I freed up from the bed, the bench will fit just fine, and I tested it out with the dumbbells. If I had a barbell in there, it would not work, and plus you can't have a ton of weight in your home unless you're in a basement or something, and I'm not, so yeah, I'll be able to use the dumbbells to do bench press and other things with the bench. I'm going to be building, so I'm either going to do it today, buy some of that piping that I was talking about to build a hyperextension attachment for the bench. And I'm just rigging a bunch of stuff on my own with the hyperextension thing and the pulley system and the punching bag attachment thing and all these different pieces. Because I'm very minimal and I don't want to own too much stuff, and I also just right now it doesn't really make too much sense for me to go to the gym because I don't really make very much money, and I would have to leave, and the issue with that is I would go to the gym all the time before when I had the energy, but without the energy it's extremely difficult to just get yourself to leave the house. I just need to go. You can just easily convince yourself to not do it, and so instead of that happening, it's right in front of me, and if I'm I feel like watching this show, or I feel like doing this thing, I can literally go from doing the exercises to sit on the bed, doing the exercises to sit on the bench, lay on the bed if I'm dying, if I'm having a really hard time energy-wise, or getting back into the routine and sweating to death or whatever. I have a ceiling fan that I put up in that room. I removed the light fixture, bought a ceiling fan thing, stripped all the wires, and rigged the ceiling fan in there, and it has a remote, so I can literally turn the ceiling fan on light, or I can turn it on really heavy, so it's, you know, so it doesn't get super stuffy in there from sweating, and so it also cools me down, because that's a big thing while exercising. You just sweat to death, and you feel like you're gonna pass out. But if the fan's on, I'll be good. Same deal. Instead of doing the I was worried before about the cats, because I was going to do the exercising in the hallway / the laundry room. I was worried before I was going to have to put the cats in the rooms, or I was going to have to build like a makeshift door like I did in my last place, or like some sort of wall to be able to like block the cats out so they don't get, you know, get in my way or get injured from me doing the exercise stuff. But now, if they want to be around me, since they want to be around me all the time, they can literally lay on the bed while I'm exercising. They won't get in the way. And then if they do get in the way, I can just let them out of the room, and I can be locked in the room. You know, not locked, but I can close the door, and I have like a mirror attachment to my door that my sister didn't want, so I can use that to make sure I'm doing form and stuff correctly, because that's a pretty big deal when you're at the gym, is like being able to look at yourself while you're doing it. So I just have it all set up. I can go straight to my refrigerator if I need it. I can go straight to the protein powder right after, have a bowl of cereal. Like, this is going to be good. I've been offsetting this for so long. I took it over a year. It's been what? I can't remember. How long has it been? A year and a half since I was regularly going. A year and 5 months since I've been regularly going. I was doing some stuff for arms for a while because my forearm is messed up, so I was like doing that to strengthen it, and some hand movement stuff, and also just like arms, and some mainly just that, and cardio for a while, like on and off, but regularly. But I just haven't been going like weightlifting and stuff for a super long time, so dropped a ton of weight, not the way that I wanted to, and so now all I have to do is, once I have this set up, it'll be easy. Go right when I wake up, do cardio stuff before I do anything else. So I'm just going to wake up about an hour early, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes early or so, as long as I can sleep. Do the cardio stuff in the morning, feed the cats, feed myself, take a shower, go to work, come back from work, right after work, you know, feed the cats again, do the litter, do whatever small task I need to do, then do exercise, eat, maybe rinse off again if I'm really, I'll probably have to rinse off, not like fully shower, but just like, you know, rinse off, and then get back to, you know, I can play a game that night, or I can read, or do a task that I need to do. Hopefully I'll be like either editing or uploading these videos like at night at some point. That's something that I need to start doing. So like, this is freeing it up. I'm getting excited to get back into the groove of it. I still do not have like a ton of energy. My energy is still extremely drained and bad, but slowly building up. I think I said in one of the first videos, like slowly building up. Even with bad energy, I'll still be going to the doctor. I'll still be figuring that stuff out. But in the meantime, I should be doing what I've been doing. And hopefully by doing this, it'll give me a slight bit more energy. And hopefully it'll improve my sleep a little bit more. Like, all these things go hand in hand. And then, like, I can... What was I going to say? I can, just slowly build it up. Like, I'll be exercising, be getting into the groove, and then hopefully if I figure out if I need some, different depression medication or like hormone stuff or whatever I need to figure out this energy thing or whatever it is, then I'll be already in the groove to get back into it. And once I have the full energy, it'll be like bam, bam, bam. Hopefully my muscle memory kicks in, because it's typically about half of the time that you've taken off to get like 80%. I think that's the statistics, but I don't have it in front of me. It's something like that. You get like 70% of your original muscularity back. It takes about half the time that you've taken off. So year and a half. I'm shooting for a year, and I'll be back in the same position that I was before, and maybe even heavier. I do not really care. Like, I was going through a phase where I was like, oh, I'm gonna bulk up, then cut down a little bit, bulk, cut down, bulk, cut down. But now I think I'm just gonna, the entire year, or like 13 months, all the way until the following year, like 2026, I'm gonna be just straight bulk the entire time, and constantly slightly upping the bulk too. So like if I gain 5 pounds, I'm gonna slightly increase it by like another 100 calories. And the easiest way to do that is just give myself, I already know what I'm gonna be eating, so I'll just give myself something that's just 100 calories more. So like literally I could, for example, I can't think of something off the top of my head, but like I just add 1 granola bar, boom, super slight increase to the bulk. Even though like these calculators tell you, oh, you can stick to whatever it is, 2,500 calories, let's just say it is, to gain some weight. Yeah, you'll gain the weight and it'll be slow. You will do it. You'll put on muscle, you'll put on fat. But if every time that you gain like a little bit more and it's noticeable and it's sticking around, like I said, about like, for me, I typically do like about 5 pounds. If you increase it again by like another 100 or by another 50 or something that you can manage and that is still noticeable, and consistently can get, you'll put on the weight even faster, like, and it'll be just fine. It won't be too much of a surplus to where you'll be like really fat. It'll be enough to where it's hardly noticeable. Like, you just eat a granola bar, okay, throw that in while you're driving, throw that in right before bed, like literally any time. It's such a small little snack. A piece of bread or something like that, It depends on what it is for you. You might need fats, somebody else might need carbs or whatever, but like, yeah. So, doing that, I'm just rambling, but I'm in a good mood. The only thing that I didn't do today, I organized around the house too, like I was talking about yesterday, because it's not just me, and so I organized around. The only thing I didn't do, which I typically do Saturday morning, is vacuum for the cats. But I can just do that tomorrow, and it's really not that bad. But I got all the other stuff like pretty much done, and about half of what I need to do for the bedroom. And it's all set up to get the exercise equipment and the tubs done. So that's very exciting for me. I keep thinking about like grinding in that new Pokemon Pocket and Warframe and Elden Ring and Code Vein and stupid stuff. But this shit is priority. Like, I need to get this stuff under control so it becomes routine again, so it becomes a habit again, and then it'll just be a part of my everyday life. Won't ever have to think about it anymore. And it'll just be progress as the days fly by. And before I know it, 13 months will go by, I'll be right back where I am, and I'll be all set and good to go. Good to like start seeing like genuine potential breaking stuff. Push past the limits. So it's good. It's kind of interesting to go from being like super thin to heavier to thin and then now I'll just see like how muscle memory works, and I'll see progress all over again and everything. It's kind of exciting, so I don't even think about it in a bad way at this point. So anyway, that's it for now. Alright, for some reason on the camera thing it says my starting time out of 1909, so I don't know if that means that this can only be 19 minutes. And then it's like full? I don't really know. I didn't end up transferring my videos over to my computer. So hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see. Because it's been saying that like each day. So I don't know. But let's see what happened. I forgot to record the previous day because I didn't drive, but it's not an excuse. Well, in this case I suppose it is an excuse, but it's not the excuse that I should be using. If I'm gonna record in the car mainly, then I should just go in there for 20 minutes. I didn't even think about it, but I need to think about it. So yes, I moved the tubs and I moved around the room that I'm gonna be doing the exercise stuff, and I built the exercise equipment, and I, for the most part, like where it's at. It's a little bit, it's not like super amazingly sturdy, but I don't really know how sturdy it has to be. I have a couple like extra metal pieces from some other stuff that I just kept, so I could see about maybe using those to reinforce it if I need to. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's gonna be fine, but yeah, and I have options with that room. Like I can either put it in front of the closet, which is what it is right now, or I can put it next to the bed, which is where I think I'm gonna move it to, because there's like a table that's slightly in front of it when it's in front of the closet, but there's not when it's next to the bed. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and then obviously move the videos and stuff over. And I didn't go through the tubs, but I did put what needed to go into them. So by go through, I mean I wanted to take inventory. I'm pretty sure majority, if not all, of the stuff in those tubs are already inventoried, but when I go through and do an inventory of the whole place, I'll just get that done real quick. And the tubs fit in the closet, so that's out of the way. I removed the closet door, put that in the closet for now, but I think I'm going to put that in a shed because it just kind of looks bad. It's like kind of sticking out a little bit. It doesn't really matter too much, but I just don't really like it where it is. And then there's still a decent amount of things. I don't really own that much stuff, but there's a decent amount of things that I use that are just sitting out, and a decent amount more of exercise equipment that I didn't expect that's out as well. So we'll see what I'm going to do with that. And then the punching bag, I think it would be fine attached to the metal rack thing that I said that I was going to attach it to, but I'm actually going to try to attach it in this weird corner of the room. It's like not a perfectly squared corner. It's, I don't know, whoever designed it like cut out a weird piece to where instead of making like the closet an entire wall, they made it part of the wall, and then there's just like a weird divot where pretty much nothing can go there because it's small, but it's big enough for like the punching bag to hang from. So I'm going to see if the ceiling is sturdy enough to hang it from there and just leave it in that corner. Because honestly, it would be out of the way right there. And then because this rack is not as sturdy as I thought, like if I'm going to be hitting the bag for cardio here and there, I feel like it's going to make it like wobble, and I might have to constantly tighten the bolts and stuff on it. I don't really know. I can test it both ways, but also that's really the main thing. I don't know if it's going to be moving around too much, and I don't want to deal with like the whole thing falling or the tightening everything all the time. But had a fire last night, so that was relaxing. What else? Had to go to the grocery store in like 2 days. Or wait, I think I have to go tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta go tomorrow. Gotta order. I don't have to order creatine or protein powder right now, but they're both getting pretty low, and I'm gonna be ordering like some Christmas stuff anyway, so I can get them around that time, as long as I have enough money. Then yeah, I don't know why the clock on there says 19:09, like it's just gonna stop at 19 minutes. I wonder if it's just like my entire camera roll or video roll or whatever it is just like packed. Probably video takes up like a lot more space, I'm guessing. Let's see. I wrote down another like semi-list other than my normal daily list or my get things done list. This one is like, since I have been doing something each weekend, and like I'll do like a small thing each day, but I haven't been as good about it because of how much I'm like have no energy in my work schedule. But each weekend I've been getting done like a big project, which is really good. And so I wrote down some other things to do, like getting an axe so I can chop my own wood instead of buying it each time, and like getting a shovel to be able to bury the coals. So I only have a hand shovel, and like I guess the hand shovel's enough, but it takes longer with it. If they're cheap, then I can get them. What else is going on? Things each day to accomplish. Hopefully before the end of the week. Before the end of the weekend, I should be starting the exercise stuff again. I was moving around like the tubs, and they're really heavy. The two of them are really heavy because of like the amount of things that are in them. And I was like because I'm so shaky from, I don't know if it's from iron or if it's from my medicine or whatever, but I was like trying to lift one up, and I was just like, my entire body was shaking like crazy. So slowly getting into the exercise stuff is gonna be what I need to do, like I said before, because there's just no way that I'm gonna be able to do anywhere near what I was able to do before with how my energy and my, like, the shakiness that I have right now. So hopefully that starts to go away, or it either goes away through getting stronger, or it goes away through getting used to the medicine, or maybe I just need to. I've been eating spinach like every other week instead of every day, so like every day, every other week, instead of every day like I used to. So I'm wondering if I'm just not getting enough iron from vegetables, and then, or if it's literally that medicine. We'll find out. We're just gonna have to test things out, I guess. I don't really know. I have another doctor's appointment like a couple weeks. Then yeah, should be getting the exercise stuff going. My ceiling fan could be an issue for doing overhead press, but I think if I stand directly in front of my door, which is what I was probably going to do anyway because of like where the mirror's going to be, it should be fine. I don't think that it's going to get in the way. And then if not, I could do seated overhead press. I just don't like seated as much. And then what else is going on? Yeah, so on that list, there's probably like 10 things to do / buy or start. And they were things that, you know, they need to be done anyway, or like has to do with things coming up. But I wrote them down in a separate one, which I really shouldn't have. So I can either partition it out into days on my main list, or I can just try to get them all done before the end of this weekend. So we'll see which one I choose to do. It doesn't matter too much, but it's like, I put it on there because these things are like precluding me from doing the other things on the list. So really I should just partition it out, because everything should just be throughout the list. And they weren't already on there because they're new. They're like newer things. But yeah, it's gonna be fine. I gotta read the directions again for my water softening system that came with the house, because it says the salt is getting toward like the lower end, but when I open the machine where it has like the actual sticker labels of the salt level, it says that it's still high. So I don't really know what's going on. And then it also says that there's another scale that I forget what it says on there that looks like low, but I don't know if that means that it's low. So I'm gonna read that tonight. We'll see if I understand the whole thing by tonight, but I gotta read that again to make sure that it's working and make sure that it's going to be working, or if I need to get more of something. Then Yeah, because I want to make sure that everything's good for when it starts to get really cold. So I don't want there to be any issues revolving around that. What else is going on? This is why I have to, man, I forgot again. I keep forgetting every single night. So I'm going to write that down on the shorthand list. The shorthand list is going to have write down topic. It's fine if I ramble, but like I need to have like a main source topic for the video. So I think that I should just put that as an everyday, daily thing on the list. So like whether I'll be bulking or cutting, which this whole year is just going to be bulking, but I'm going to put that on there anyway. And then at the end of the night, it's going to say write down the video idea or whatever for the next day. So yeah, that'll be good. There was also a book that I found in my stuff. Not really that I found, like I knew it was there. It's just, it was, I was like, oh yeah, I was going to read this. So I will probably start to do that as well. That's my plan is like, once I start exercising again, I'm going to start reading again. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read to cool down. Because they should go hand in hand. I should be exercising my body and mind. And then yeah, there's more things I can talk about on my list. I just can't think of them right this moment. They're on my phone, so I can't really look at it while I'm driving. Is there? I'd keep up with the eating. We'll see what's gonna happen with my stress level improves through this, or if I need to make a big change in my life. Surprisingly really bright out today when it's usually very cloudy. I always take vitamin D even when I take that daily, just because they say that, like the doctor has told me that like we just don't get enough vitamin D source, and that's probably just based on people in general, but I mean, especially here where it's so cloudy, it's like I'm just gonna take it. I think it does help. I take like a few different things, but it's, who knows if I need all of them. I would assume that I'm not shaky because of what I take, because I was taking this before and I wasn't shaky, so it's probably something else. Let's see, the timer's encroaching on 1909. Let's see if it just turns off. Is it going to turn off? Let's see.